Hello, thank you again for joining me. Today we're continuing on with the Outer Worlds. Slices, dices, cauterizes. Having trouble closing the distance to use your melee attacks? Guns in the Outer World are built to be customized and modified with different barrels, scopes, and magazines. You can use these mods to upgrade your gun at a workbench. Oh, hello. What was I even doing? It's been a while. Oh yes, the frightened engineer, following the volumes.
Got it. Heads down.
Nothing. Junk. Junk. I'll take the adrenatine for sure. Junk. Chronofield aggregator. Restore some of your TTD meter when you deal critical. Has a cooldown. You'll take that. Take that junk. Probably don't need it, but hey, money's money. Can't believe I didn't grab it the first time when I was. At least there shouldn't be resistance from here on in. Underwater geothermal. From the planet to your living room. Seriously, how did I not get this the first time around? I really don't know. Borrowed a copy of Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. I think it's volume 3. I need something to read down in the pit. Much obliged. C. Higgins. Go back and return these data pads to...
Go away,
Oh.
Phantom!
Crawl down here. Oh.
Get away! No, 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 just leave me alone! Get away! Go away, Phantom! You're not real! You're not real! Get away from me, Phantom! Shoot! Scram!
Great, another lunatic.
Don't you talk down to me, Phantom. Least I know I'm real. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
You're eating sprats?
Of course. Sprats are an excellent source for my daily recommended intake of mercury. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Yeah, you're crazy. How long have you been down here?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
Uh-huh, and what exactly do you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
How have you been surviving all this
Human growth in
time?
the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
You ate sprats.
Braised, boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food.
You said you were an engineer. What did you work on?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them, maintained, upgraded. Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
Right. Was that before or after you became a Sisty Pig Tycoon?
Oh, before. Definitely before. Sisty Pig Tycoonery was the apex of my long and storied career.
If you worked on these mechanicals, you must know a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I can deal with the mechanicals. I made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Mechanicals follow a behavior of their logic module. Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Kinda killed everything else in here, so I'll just excuse myself. Return to Thomas. Let's return to Thomas. Leave this crazy person to being crazy. Poor fool. Alrighty, let's get the hell out of here. Light machine gun. Don't mind if I do. Take that. Mine. Alrighty, now I can leave. It's not the best choice, it's Space's choice. Order yours today. Back to the botanical lab. Fabulous Fraser brothers of the Hammersmith Thunder. CERN Fraser and Cameron Fraser. The Hammersmith invite you to come see the greatest tossball box of all time. Hey, Thomas.
I'm glad Adelaide's coming back to town with us. With Reed gone, we're gonna need her leadership.
Today is your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
All elusive 3 parts. Someone stashed it away inside the old geothermal plant.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Hold on, I got more for you.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Part 1, found it in the Community Center archives.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
Hold on, I got more for you.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Part 2, found it in the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Miss Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
I should go. Level up. One, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Apply. Confirm. Time dilation location hits. You have unlocked location hit effects for technical time dilation. Hitting enemies in different locations during TTD maims or cripples those body parts. Try a different location to see the different effects. Hits to the chest produce different effects when using different weapons. I got a poik. Your companions have a lot to teach you about killing. Sure, why not? Try Miss Parvati. Okay, no perks available for her. Medium. Next. Aggressive. Derived stats. Alrighty. Let's see, what do I want to do next? A small grave matter. Try that next. That was a girl cannid. It has a vagina. Armor mod gadget. This mod stuns and damage melee attackers. Interesting. Aw. Ooh, what do we got here? Ow. Hello, person. I'm here to.
Miss Parvati, come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this lady.
Now we're gonna rob him for grave money.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
What are you talking about, Silas?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
I'm sorry, Miss Bavardi.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
Hey, about those fees you wanted.
Any trouble?
Conrad says he can't afford to pay.
Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant.
Whoa!
Put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room.
Are you suggesting extortion?
That's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day.
I'll take a look. Reptidon head anatomy. Autonomy and behavior.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Take it easy. Mr. Thompson didn't send me.
And what are you doing here? Visiting? Well, let me give you the grand tour. This here's my domicile, and there's the door.
I'm here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Knows what?
I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
You're being paranoid.
I am? Law, help me. Paranoia is one of the plague's known symptoms. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see your way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
Depends on what you
Couple
need.
hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Anything I should know about this community center?
Head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
You're taking an awful risk trusting me, you know.
I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
I'll leave you be.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
That was a good thing you did, Captain. Helping to bring the deserters and Edgewater folks back together. I hope you rest well on that. Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
What we got here? Examine. Conrad. Receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's gonna have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Troy's property. Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay his body price. This is gonna ruin us. So I was thinking we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth, heirlooms passed down by his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry him out. He's selling those teeth to somewhere nice and quiet. Use the bits to pay for his body price. And nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Phyllis G.
What can I do for you?
I know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth as collateral for your gravesite fees?
You know about Eugene? How?
I found a note from Phyllis.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
I'm sure he won't miss them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
Are you sure about this?
I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Goodbye. That was unpleasant, but there's nothing else that can really be done. Let's go into the Saltuna Cannery. Get this last fee.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
I'm guessing you're the foreman.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
Gravesite fees. I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that? Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
You have to pay for your neighbor's gravesite fees?
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said the guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
That's an awful thing to say.
Half as awful as the bill Eugene left us with. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
What are they gonna do? Arrest his corpse?
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
He was a person, not an asset.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
I'll let you get back to work. Eesh. That was pretty terrible. Well, I thank you for joining me this week.